Today on Judge Faith, he decided to put their friendship to the test and chase his dream.
We became really good friends and wanted to protect them.
Maybe it's because he dropped completely out of school and was switching majors, and he just wanted to get out of the rent.
Let me tell you something about friendship. You say that you're supposed to be friends. Friends don't bail on their other friends.
And later, his friend wasn't paying, so he decided to take the money back.
When I went down to the Social Security office, I talked to one of the gentlemen there. He went into the files, came back, and showed me that the check had been endorsed by Larry and been cashed.
So what's your defense to stealing her Social Security check?
I felt that that money was mine. It was owed to me.
Faith Jenkins. Her distinguished legal career began when she graduated first in her law school class. She quickly became a tough New York City prosecutor, and then a preeminent legal analyst on cable news. And now she's the judge in her own courtroom. Her cases are real, and her rulings are final. She is Judge Faith. The plaintiffs, Kyle Johnson, Warren Bauman, Jim Carell, and Chris Skelly say their former friend and roommate ditched them to follow his dreams. They are suing for unpaid rent, utilities, and other fees. Defendant Kyle Rall admits he left college mid-year to follow his dreams, but says he doesn't owe his former roommates anything because of all the times he helped them out in the past.
Remain seated and come to order. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Faith Jenkins presiding. Your Honor, this is Skelly, Carroll, Johnson, Bauman versus Rao.
Thank you, Barbara. Okay, Christopher Skelly, James Carroll, Kyle Johnson, and Warren Bowman. You are suing the defendant, your former roommate, Kyle Rao, for $1,056 for unpaid rent, late fees, and shared utilities? Yes. Okay. You can say yes. It's fine.
Yes.
Okay, and so how do you know the defendant?
So it started out 2 years ago. We moved in freshman year of college.
What college?
Yes, college. We were all me and Jimmy.
What's the name of your university?
Minnesota State University.
Okay.
So me and James here are good buddies. We grew up together. We moved into the dorms. We met Warren over here, and Kyle was our RA, resident advisor.
Okay.
Right down the hall. So
were you freshmen?
We were freshmen. Yes.
Okay,
Yep,
so you move into the dorm. You're the RA.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a freshman as well?
No, that was my third year in college.
Okay, you were a junior.
Yes.
Yep. And so we're all pretty good buddies, and we share some of the same interests, sports, and all that good stuff. And so time came to where we were looking for a place to live for next year, and so we figured why not all just find a house and live together. So we did that. We found a great house or a great apartment.
So you sign a lease
Right.
together. Do you have a copy of the lease?
I do.
May I see it?
Yep.
Hand that to Barbara. Thank you. So you lived in the dorms for a year,
Yes.
and Kyle was your RA.
Yes.
What was he like as your RA?
It's cool. We all liked sports, hung out, played video games.
And what did you think about them when you met them?
Good. I mean, we connected well right away with each other, and I actually protected them a lot during the freshman year.
What do you mean by that?
Well, for example, there was this incident that was ongoing where they would go to the cafeteria and they would bring back fruit, and when in the middle of the night when it was not very busy, they would, well, this is excluding Kyle, he wasn't there, and they would chuck the fruit at the walls, and they became these notorious fruit throwers that nobody could find, and we would have big residential advisory meetings and try to find him, and I knew who it was,
Well, how did you know that they were the fruit throwers?
Oh, they would come and talk to me about it.
Okay.
So
what was going on there, guys, with the fruit?
We were just being dumb and trying to have fun.
So you got fruit from the cafeteria, you would throw it on the walls?
We would just throw it down the hallways and play games with them, like soccer.
Okay.
easily could have been kicked out of the school for it, and the janitors were not very happy.
You were kind of looking out for the freshmen. They were making some mistakes, but you kind of looked out for them.
Yeah, whatever freshman does, makes mistakes, and we became really good friends, and just wanted to protect them.
Okay, so at some point you all get an apartment off campus.
Yes.
How many bedrooms? How many bathrooms? How large was the place?
It was a 5-bedroom, 2-bath.
Okay, and how many people are supposed to live in the apartment?
5.
Okay, and so what happens next?
And we lived together. It was all going good, and then come
Did all
January,
of you get along?
Yeah, we all got along just fine. And
Were you
then,
throwing fruit on your walls in your apartment?
There's a few holes, but we repaired those.
Okay. So what happens? At some point, you say he moves out and breaches the lease. What happened?
And then in late March, out of the blue, we got a Facebook message that says, "Hey guys, just broke
From
up
who?
with from Kyle. Hey guys, just broke up with my girlfriend. I'm gonna go to Florida to work on a cruise ship and follow my dreams."
Coming up, they want to know why he bailed on his buddies.
Your Honor, what happened to the whole looking out for us part? When he sent us a message saying that all you have to do is sign this form and I'm out of here.
You're making really spur-of-the-moment decisions and choices without thinking things through. And it's affecting everyone's lives, not just your own.
And later,
I was only trying to help her get that money. I wouldn't have signed up
Right,
for that.
helping her by getting the check, cashing it, and keeping the money, which you admit to doing in your complaint.
Well, that's a little bit on further
Where's
down the
her
line.
money?
You'll understand.
Where's her money?
I spent it.
the plaintiffs Kyle Johnson, Warren Ballman, Jim Carell, and Chris Skelly say the defendant ditched them to follow his dreams. They are suing for unpaid rent, utilities, and other fees. Defendant Kyle Rawls says he doesn't owe his former roommates anything.
What was your dream job? To work on the cruise ship?
Yes, ma'am.
Doing what exactly?
With kids, working in the recreational department.
And how long was the job on the cruise ship?
It's like a 6-month term, and then you take like 4 weeks off, and then you decide if you want to do it again. I mean, it was a serious deal. Like, I had a girlfriend of 4 years, and I ended things with her because of this. Yeah.
Why'd you have to do that?
Because long distance relationship, I guess she didn't think it was gonna work. I didn't think it was gonna work.
Yes, Kyle.
Okay. Well, maybe the reason he wanted to go to Florida was because they broke up. And maybe it's because he dropped completely out of school and was switching majors, and he just wanted to get out of the rent. That's what I think.
Had you dropped out of school?
After I have decided that I got the job, after the job was like insecure, like I got the job.
But he didn't tell us about this at all before anything.
Which I just
It was a
mentioned.
spur-of-the-moment thing, just boom, right on us.
So you got this Facebook message, and you move out in how many days?
Two or 3
2 or 3 days.
Didn't give us any notice. Didn't try and find us another roommate.
Did you move to Florida?
No, ma'am. I can explain why.
So you never actually took the job?
No, my father passed away when I was a freshman in high school, and me and my brother and my family are really close together. And I had to grow up and become a father figure for my little brother, and this was his senior year in high school, and I felt like I needed to see it through, and I never left because I could tell I was letting him down, and I never.
You didn't think
went.
about that before you told them you're moving out, breaking the lease?
No, because at the time I thought
giving them 2 days notice? This
No,
was
ma'am.
something you thought about afterwards?
Yes, ma'am. Because as the day got
Your Honor,
closer,
he never said anything about this. He never mentioned anything like that about us at
When
all.
was the cruise supposed to start?
I was going to go down there in May,
And it was supposed to start when?
like the beginning of June.
June. Okay,
You
it
had
was for 6
training.
months.
Yes, ma'am.
I think it's admirable what you're saying, being a father figure to your brother, but that job was only for 6 months. You would have been back
But then you only
with
get
him only a couple of months into his senior year. You would have had the entire rest of his senior year to be there with.
Right, but sports in our family is very important. You know, his senior year of football, and I would have missed that. And then you only get
You would have missed only maybe 4 or 5
Football goes
weeks of his entire senior year being on the cruise ship.
right.
Your Honor, what happened to the whole looking out for us part in this?
Yeah.
Where's I mean, when he sent us a message saying that all you have to do is sign this form and I'm out of here and I'm off the lease.
So what are you doing now? So you dropped out of school. Did you go back and get into school?
I work for the United States Postal Service in my hometown.
You dropped out of school
Yes, ma'am.
during this time period as well. Did you ever enroll back into college?
No, ma'am.
It appears that you really don't know what you want, and you're making really spur-of-the-moment decisions and choices without thinking things through.
Right. Well, like the end result now is
And it's
knowing
affecting
that.
everyone's lives, not just your own. In April 2014, he moves out, so he doesn't pay rent for April?
Nope.
And you don't dispute that, right?
I actually don't remember if I paid rent for April.
He did
Okay,
not pay
well-
rent for April.
That's too
We have
bad.
proof of that too.
What's the next month? May?
He did not pay May either.
And when did you get another roommate?
June 1st, I believe.
June, yep.
You did agree to share in the utilities, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You have proof of the utilities for those months? I look at the lease, you sign the lease, you breach the lease, so I mean, my question to you is, do you have a justification for the breach? You're saying that Warren told you that you didn't have to pay rent, but you're not obligated to just Warren, you're obligated to all of the fruit throwers.
Right, yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like all of them, you sign a lease with all of them.
Right.
So one person, he's not their agent, he doesn't speak for them. Let me tell you a little something about friendship. You say that you're supposed to be friends. Friends don't bail on their other friends and leave them. And you all are college students. You don't have a lot of money. 5 of you are living in this apartment, paying $300 each. If you want to be a good friend and you want to be the role model that you say you want to be to your younger brother, which I do admire you for that, then be accountable for your responsibilities and don't bail on your friends at the last minute and leave them stuck with rent. If you were going to move out, all you had to do was, hey, I'll help you find someone to replace me. What is the next step for you?
It's a good question.
No, I'm serious. I just want you to think about it because you were a junior in school.
Right.
You were an RA, which is a leader. I was an RA in college as well, and I know that's a leadership position. That's a job you have to interview for, and I know some of the things you've told me about questionable for RAs, but they saw some leadership qualities in you. Whatever your dream is, I just want to encourage you to continue to pursue that because it seems that you've gotten a little bit off course. So I want you to think about what you want to do because you're very young. You have the rest of your life ahead of you. If you want to go back, get into school, finish your degree, get your education, I strongly encourage you to do that and not waste any more time pondering moving to Florida. By the way, people don't move to Florida to work on cruise ships. They go down there, they get on the ship. When they finish, they come back. But no one actually physically moves to Florida to work on a cruise ship. My judgment in this case is for the plaintiffs, $600 past due rent, $116.75 in shared utilities, $39.20 in late fees. I'm not awarding you $300 for your mileage and gas to court. Okay, you made the decision to file a lawsuit. But I am awarding you $130 in court filing fees. So the total judgment in this case for the plaintiffs, $755.95 plus the $130 in court filing fees, okay? Good luck.
The plaintiff, Della Glover, says her 14-year friendship ended when the defendant stole her Social Security benefits. But the defendant, Larry Carson, says Della took advantage of his generosity, and she owes him for various loans. He's countersuing for the cost of a cell phone that was stolen from Della's house.
Okay, Miss Della Glover.
That's right.
You are suing the defendant, Larry Carson, for $2,094. You say he stole a Social Security check and cashed it illegally.
That's correct.
And Mr. Carson, you are countersuing for $250 for the cost of a cell phone.
That is correct.
Okay. We'll start with you, Ms. Glover. What happened? How do you know the defendant, first of all?
I moved to Minnesota about 12 to 14 years ago, and Larry Carson was one of the first people that I met.
And what was your relationship with him like?
My relationship was good. He was very attentive, and he was very caring. He took me out to places that and showed me the city. We had a lot of fun. We clicked, you know, so I enjoyed his company quite a bit.
Was this a relationship or just a friendship?
Oh, no, it's just a friendship.
Okay.
Yes, yes. As I said, it was just a friendship. Yes, we were really close. We really clicked. He was a fun person to be out with, and we just had a good thing going as far as friends. One day, I was at his house. I applied for my Social Security, and...
what kind of Social Security did you apply for?
SSI disability, okay?
What was your disability?
Basically, I have a physical disability with my knees. I have a hard time walking.
Okay, and when did you apply for a Social Security disability?
I was finally approved in March of 2012. They were telling me that I had been approved, but I would have to have a payee, and I'm asking them why. They said, well, it was just mandated, and I'd have to do it. Well, Larry,
what is a payee?
A payee is a person that is responsible for making sure that your check is cashed and used for the things that you need to use it for.
And so you were one of those individuals, and they said you need a payee, someone to volunteer to do this.
Right.
And you volunteered to do that?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and what was that process like for you to become her payee?
Just to say yes over the phone. Well, I didn't volunteer. She asked me to do it.
I didn't ask.
I was only trying to help her get that money. I wouldn't have signed up for
Right,
that.
helping her by getting the check, cashing it, and keeping the money, which you admit to doing in your complaint?
Well, that's a little bit on further
Where's
down the
her
line,
money?
you'll understand.
Where's her money?
I spent it because that really money should have been
Right,
my money.
and that wasn't an option for you.
Coming up on Judge Faith, how much will this choice cost him?
Has the Social Security Administration contacted you?
No, because my name was on the check, so that's why it wasn't really considered fraud when I cashed it.
Well, it is fraud because it's not your money.
Well, they didn't. I haven't been contacted. Nothing has been said to me about that.
Well, there's still time.
The plaintiff, Della Glover, says the defendant stole her Social Security benefits. But the defendant, Larry Carson, says the plaintiff owes him for various loans. He's countersuing for the cost of a cell phone.
You didn't get the check, what happened?
I went to him and I called him. I said, what happened? Did you get the check? And he said, no, I didn't get the check. I called him again. I'm like, did you get the check? He's like, no, I didn't get the check, and don't bother me with this anymore. I don't want to be your payee anymore.
So he was lying.
When I went down to the Social Security office, I talked to one of the gentlemen there. He went into the files, came back, and showed me that the check had been endorsed by Larry and been cashed.
Has the Social Security Administration contacted you?
No, because my name was on the check, so that's why it wasn't really considered fraud when I cashed it.
Well, it is fraud because it's not your money.
Well, they didn't. I haven't been contacted. Nothing has been said to me about that.
Well, there's still time.
Okay, Judge.
How did you stop the defendant from getting your remainder Social Security checks? What
They
did you do
told me
then?
after they got the check back and realized that it was cashed with only his signature, they realized that he was not a good payee and I could take care of my own affairs.
He did not have to sign your name to cash the check.
No, he didn't.
So what's your defense to stealing her Social Security check?
I felt that money was mine. It was owed to me. That's why I took it and kept it. Because she
Okay,
was
so
never
you
gonna
thought
pay me
committing a
back.
felony and taking someone else's Social Security disability money and putting it into your account was your solution to the fact that she owed you money? If she owes you money, you go file a claim. If she owes you money, you file a lawsuit like she did. If she damaged your property, you file a police report. What is not an option for you, sir, is to steal someone's Social Security disability check and put it into your account. That is a crime. It is a felony. It is punishable by up to 5 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. So I hope you think it's worth it.
And now, Judge Faith rules.
There is nothing you can say that excuses you from taking someone's Social Security disability check and cashing it and keeping it as your own. You want to take her to court? You do that. You want to file a police report? You do that. Those are your options. What is not an option is for you to steal from the federal government and defraud the federal government. Do you understand?
Yes, now I know, Judge.
What is your counterclaim?
And the fact that while I was at her house, she let some random man come in. She borrowed my cell phone. And she let this man use this phone, and he walks out the door with it.
That's not the story.
Me and her daughter got together, and
That
we
is
questioned
not
her.
the story.
She didn't know who the man was. Someone from
Oh,
the neighborhood.
my God.
So I ended up cutting the phone off. She, of course, promised she's gonna pay. Never paid.
Judge.
In order to get another phone, I had to take another 2-year contract out and give T-Mobile $250 in order to get a new phone. I had no insurance on the phone.
Oh, that's not true.
But I didn't know she was gonna let some random man in the house.
He was
to
not
take
a
it.
Okay, I've
random
heard enough.
person.
Well,
I've heard
who
enough.
is it then?
I've heard enough.
I've never gotten the
It
name.
was a
to
I've
this
heard
day.
enough.
Excuse me.
I've heard enough. On your counterclaim is dismissed, 0. What you did is you saw an opportunity to take money that you thought belonged to you. I don't know whether she owed you money or not. And some people may say, you know what, hats off to you. Good for you. She owed you money, you got yours. But then there are other people like me who think what you did was despicable. You volunteered to be a payee. A payee is someone who volunteers to help someone else who the federal government identifies as someone who is at risk, who doesn't exactly know how to handle the distribution of funds that they are receiving. You volunteered to do that job, sir. And you stole her money. You should be ashamed of yourself, but you
I'm
are
not
going to
ashamed,
pay
but
her
I'm
back
sorry.
$2,094 judgment for the plaintiff.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Go ahead.